Hello everyone and welcome to Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty. Thank you for being here, whether you're watching live or you're watching this back later. I do appreciate all your views. I'm trying to build up watch hours on this channel. I'd love to be monetized on this channel. So if you could throw something up, a playlist perhaps you like, and look through that, then that would be completely awesome. So thank you for that. Okay, let's begin today with Quote Corner, and this is quotes, the current quote for Fridays. And I see we have my friend Shirley from Glitter World in the house. Thank you so much for being here. And guys, do go and check out her channel and give Glitter World some support. So do go over and say hello. And don't forget, if you like what you see over there, don't forget to subscribe over there as well. I'm sure that will be much appreciated. And when you subscribe to a channel, it's always good to say how you heard of the channel, how you found them. That's something I find very interesting. Okay, so today I want to talk to you about my other channel, which is linked. It's running in the ticker tape below here. My other channel is New Beginnings, My Everyday Life in Rural Cyprus. Now that channel has very different content from this channel. This channel has crafts and about animals and all sorts of things, but I don't cover very much about my property and how I live in Cyprus on this channel. So therefore, if you're interested in that, then do go and look at New Beginnings, My Everyday Life in Rural Cyprus. And for that reason is why in the intro to this Friday live, I always put a little picture, few pictures up that you would have seen just now in the intro, showing how I live in an abandoned village in rural Cyprus and how we live off grid. So if you're interested in that concept, then go over and look at my main channel, New Beginnings, My Everyday Life in Rural Cyprus. And for that reason, I thought I would share with you today some of the outbuildings that we have there, and then you can see what we're trying to achieve on a very frugal budget. So let's have a look today at some of that on Friday film footage. So let's have a look at a video that was on my main channel, all about one whole series of Go Get Funding, Olive Farm, Hideaway, Cyprus. So this was an old derelict stable. And when I say derelict, there wasn't walls, there were partial walls, no roof, no windows, nothing like this. And if you want to see the whole series, this is the very first part, and then go on to my main channel, New Beginnings, My Everyday Life in Rural Cyprus, to see the full project. So here's the first.
This special episode, the start of a new playlist series, is revealing our latest project, which you can be a part of. This video is seeking your help, asking for donations through our Go Get Funding site to complete a community space with holiday accommodation for anyone wanting to get back to nature, retreat from the stresses of life, or to learn or teach any form of creative or relaxation classes. Hello there, I'm Dawn, and along with my husband Mike, we want to be able to share an amazing project we have undertaken that you can be part of in various ways. At our olive farm in Cyprus, we are turning what was once derelict farm building ruins in our olive farm grounds into a community space and self-catering Airbnb rural hideaway for guests, creators, and those who have a skill to offer, teaching and sharing their knowledge and speciality with those booked to stay on our specialist calendar event dates. The number of guests will be limited to a maximum capacity, maintaining small groups for a more enhancing personal experience. We will also be able to accommodate campers, although no campfires or outside cooking is permitted in this region of Cyprus. The tents will be pitched within the olive trees for an escape from the hustle and bustle of life whilst learning a new skill. As you may know, we already rent out our spare double bedroom on Airbnb for a small charge that includes a complimentary breakfast. The person volunteering to teach their skill will be able to stay in this room with no charge during the length of the course offered, but would pay directly for the newly renovated self-catering Airbnb themselves and advertising and filling their accommodation themselves on social media, finding to our maximum capacity people wanting the course and arranging their own extra charges for any expenses and any materials necessary for the course. The main reasons for this are: 1. We can only have one named person booking the accommodation via the Airbnb site. 2. The organiser of this course can then directly answer any questions about the course to anyone interested. 3. The accommodation is paid for upfront despite any cancellations by the organiser of the course or by those coming on the course, with all responsibility held by the course organiser. Of course, anyone will be able to book through Airbnb just to come for a relaxing holiday, so your donations could help make this happen. I will be posting a series in a playlist titled Go Get Funding Olive Farm Hideaway Cyprus of the progress to date and of all future progress, showing where the donations have been allocated. Any donations, no matter how small, will be gratefully received. We are thanking you in advance for donating and helping us finish our Almost There project. In part 2, I will be talking about how the funds will be used. To donate, see our site Go Get Funding Olive Farm Hideaway Cyprus in the link below. If you're able to help with sponsorships or donate items we need, or interested in participating in running a course, please comment below. For now, as the video series will show, we have already achieved a lot on a tiny budget. Please help us any way you can to help us finish our journey. We are unfortunately in a country that YouTube does not monetize or allow adverts, so we cannot generate any income that way. So to help us, please share this video with your friends and on any social media sites. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video and hope you will be able to be a part of this project in some way, something you can then visit once completed. Please subscribe to follow the whole project series, thumbs up and share this video.
So, as I say, there are accommodations here in place now. There's one accommodation in place. And at the time of that video, it does say there, Cyprus is one country of many that YouTube will not monetize, purely YouTube's choice. But if you've been watching my other channel for a long time, you will know I went through a huge battle with YouTube, and I myself got Cyprus monetarized. Yes. So never worry about these big companies or these big organizations. Doesn't matter how small you are, if you have rights, then you can win any cases. So never be afraid that you can't battle against big companies. So now all those who have social media or YouTube sites that live in Cyprus, it's thanks to me that you can now monetize them. So that's something of interest. But as I say, that one was talking a little bit more about if you run yoga or something like that, then you can bring your yoga class over, and if you're the teacher, then you're responsible for the payments and whatever else. I'm not doing it third party, but then you can hire out the whole properties that we have available. As I say, there's camping if you want to do camping, and you can come and do your yoga class, teach it in Cyprus. You might want to teach it in the dance studio, or you might want to teach it in the olive groves. But apart from that, you are able to just come over on your own for a holiday. There is that, of course, and that's what we're really talking about at the moment. So you can come for a holiday, very cheap. I mentioned that it's Airbnb. If you are interested, then just email me, because then I can give you the up-to-date options and the up-to-date prices. Extremely affordable for what you get. The reason it's not on Airbnb right now is because the new laws all around the world is Airbnb have to charge someone like me up front. It's about €250 for the year before we get any bookings. It's a way of covering, I think it's a taxable thing. Well, obviously I can't afford to do that. I don't have any income, and I can't guarantee if or how many people will be booking, and our rates are so low to stay here that I wouldn't even make that in a year anyway. So I'd be paying in order to rent my accommodation out. So we're no longer currently going through Airbnb. If you're interested in staying, then of course let us know. If you want to, instead of paying to stay here, you can come free as a volunteer. So again, email me if you're interested. You can come as a volunteer. You help for 3 hours for 5 days a week, so Monday to Friday. Each day you do 3 hours help, whatever your skills are, or if you don't have skills and you want to learn, perhaps you want to do some gardening, whatever you want to do, or you want to learn how to do something and help us do a project, whatever it is, you can do that. We don't feed volunteers though, because obviously it's not fair to charge other people to stay here for accommodation and not give them food, and then let you come and stay free as a volunteer but feed you. So you've got options. If you're unclear about anything I've said, then just email me and just state an interest, and we can go from there. Okay, let's go on to what shall we do now? Oh, let's do our quiz. Let's do our quiz of the day. So today's quiz is about horses. Do you know about horses? The first question, and I'll do all the questions first and then I will do the answers. Question 1. Is an Exmoor a breed of pony or a breed of horse? Is an Exmoor a breed of pony or a breed of horse? If you're from England or you know English things, you will know that. Exmoor is a place, and you see these horses or ponies, whichever the answer is, at Exmoor. So they're very famous. What is the largest breed of horse? What is the largest breed of horse? Shirley's typing in her answers. Cool. Type in all the ones you know, and then I'll go through the answers afterwards. The next question. What is the main difference between the skeleton of a horse and the skeleton of a human? What is the main difference? So one huge difference. The next one. What do male horses show their teeth? When do male horses show their teeth and pull their lips back? I got this wrong. I got this one wrong. What do male horses... Sorry, I keep saying what? When do male horses show their teeth and pull their lips back? As I say, I got this one wrong. The next one. Hen calves. Let me spell that out for you so you know. Hen calves. Hen calves. Those letters can be rearranged to give the name of what large farms on which cowboys work. So those letters can be rearranged to give the name of what large farms on which cowboys work. 2 more questions, then we'll do the answers. What is worn by jumping horses to protect their ankles from knocks? What is worn by jumping horses to protect their ankles from knocks? And the last question before we do the answer, I've got to type it in again for you. Andy herds. We're going to rearrange those letters, and that will give us the name of what item used for removing dirt from a horse's coat. I don't know this one. I don't know what this is called. So those letters you can rearrange to give the name of what item that is used for removing dirt from a horse's coat. So while you're thinking about that, we have my friend Mr. Jimmy from the Astute Tourist in the house. So guys, do go over and check out his channel. Okay, Shirley, you've got to use all those letters that I typed. Bandy herds, all of those letters for the answer. Okay, let's have a look at the answers now, and I'll look at your answers as we go. Let me see. There we are. That's where we began. So, is an Exmoor a breed of pony or a breed of horse? Shirley says pony. Pony is correct. Well done. 1 point to Shirley from Glitterworld. The Exmoor ponies are very famous. If you ever go to England, go to the southwest and you will see Exmoor, and that is where the ponies roam free. They are wild ponies. They walk in the shops and so on and so forth. If you've not heard of them, look up on Google Exmoor ponies and you will see them. It's an awesome place to visit, and the ponies just live wild. The next question was, what is the largest breed of horse? And that is a Shire horse. These are these really huge horses, really big legs, and they used to be used to pull the carts full of beer kegs. So the great big barrels of beer, and that's what Shire horses were mostly used for. Question 3. What is the main difference between the skeleton of a horse and the skeleton of a human? Shirley from Glitterworld says the main bone. You would have thought so, but not. Horses' skeletons have front legs instead of arms. So that's what they say the answer is there. The next question, when do male horses show their teeth and pull their lips back? Now, I agree with Shirley from Glitterworld. She says when they're mad, and that's what I thought. But the answer here says when they smell a female horse. Interestingly. The next question was to rearrange the letters hens, cars, and that could be arranged to give the name of what large farms on which cowboys work. And the answer, Jimmy from the Astute Tourist says ranches, and that is absolutely correct. So 1 to Jimmy. Okay. The next question was, what is worn by jumping horses to protect their ankles from knocks? And the answer is bandages. Bandages. And the next question, yes, I agree with you, Shirley. I think we had the right answer, Shirley. The last question was the letters bandy herds can be rearranged to give the name of what item used for removing dirt from a horse's coat. And Shirley says a hand brush. It is, I didn't know this, the name of the type of brush is called a dandy brush. I'd never heard of that. So a dandy brush, that is the correct answer. So Shirley got 1, I believe, out of that, and the Astute Tourist got 1 out of that too. So claps for you. Thank you for taking part. Well done to you both. Okay, let's go on to, where is it? This. So, question of the day. Do you remember your dreams? Do you remember your dreams? Shirley saying, I dried my own dishes after Jimmy's trivia. What does that mean? You dried your own dishes after Jimmy's trivia? I don't know what that means. Is it a saying? I don't know. I have to explain that one. You dried your own dishes. Sometimes the Astute Tourist remembers his dreams. Well, I always have really crazy dreams, and I do share some of them with you. But at the moment I'm on rather strong medication, and they send me quite gaga at night. I keep having these loop dreams, and they just loop and loop. The same thing just keeps happening, like a really silly little thing. And I'm like, oh, that's why I can't take medication. There's certain things, when you read, it says medication, this can happen to you, this can happen and all that. Well, I'm that person, hallucinations and all that. Yes, it's because my brain damage, so it messes with my head. Shirley saying, I dried my own dishes after Jimmy's trivia. She means I keep trying to win a dish dryer. Right, I never win. Right. My windows are open today, 11 degrees. Well, it's very hot here, so for you, that's lovely warm weather. That snow's melting. Wow, snow. So one of my most recent dreams, I can't really remember who it was I was with, but there was this very steep mountain track. You've seen pictures of them where there's literally an edge and your vehicle just about fits and there's a sheer drop, one of those sort of mountain climbs. And you could go up it in a car at your own risk, but it was miles and miles, so it was too far to walk. You can drive up to a certain point. This is a dream. Go up to a certain point, and then you could turn off and not go anymore in the car because it got quite dangerous, but you could if you wanted to. And then you could walk up the rest, but the walking path was another direction, but really skinny. You couldn't have got a vehicle up there. So, and there was like a little hut there where I suppose they took your money or tourist information, whatever. And they say if you take a car up there, then when you get to a certain point, the road actually is fallen away. There's no road. So take a very fast drive up that bit and you leap over this big, it's still like a high incline. So you leap up and you then carry on up with your vehicle. I've done psychology, but this is a bit weird. And I was debating whether to walk up or what at this tourist sort of hut. And I started to walk up, and this massive truck, now I don't know how this managed to go up this road, was coming up, and he got out and he was talking to the tourist people, and I carried on walking up the road bit because I thought I didn't know about this leap bit, and I thought, well, I'll walk up this bit. So I started to walk up it, and then the truck driver got back in the truck and he started driving up. Now, he was going to go faster than I could walk, and I'm trying to like, hey, I'm in front of you, but he was so high up he couldn't see me. So I'm starting to walk quite fast, and then he's coming faster than me. So I duck down a bit, and he's like, bumper, do you call it a bumper, the front of the car. I'm under that, and then I hang on to it, so I'm kind of inside now. And then I'm thinking, right, keep running with my legs and I'll be all right. And I try to lift my legs up, but because it's up this steep incline, my legs are then dragging. So I'm like, oh, what am I going to do? And then there's this sign as we're going up to say about this big break in the road, and you have to increase speed and leap across. And I'm like, well, I'm probably going to fall off. And you know how you always fall in your dream? That was when we were leaping. Craziness. Jimmy saying it's 2.7 degrees. That's very precise. And raining. Oh, it's hot here. We're at the time of year now where you try to stay in lunchtime. It's just that little bit too hot. Sorry. Shorts and things, you know. The Stu Terry says, Dawn, this weekend I will be planting some of your seeds. I won from your show. Thank you very much. Oh, that'd be cool. That would be really cool. Let me know how they go, and don't panic if they don't take. Don't panic if they don't take. Okay. Let's go on to wrong page. Let's go on to this. So I've been reading my book to you now and then on a Friday, and this is someone who grew up years ago in the area I ended up living in England, and this is Wallington in Surrey, for those of you who don't know. Jimmy say he doesn't have a green thumb. Well, that's good. So I'm going to carry on. And the author is now talking about grandparents, aunts and uncles. Regarding my grandparents, those have of course become rather shadowy figures to me now, but I remember hearing that my maternal grandmother, Harriet Fallstick, was spoken of as a very beautiful woman, and I do recall that she was tall and amply built. She was also very domesticated, and a real mother figure to her 6 children and 10 grandchildren, as she presided over the large house and garden at Normanhurst, with the aid of one of those good old-fashioned living-in maids, Lottie, together with a washerwoman and the occasional gardener to help with heavy digging and planting. The one I liked best was known as Old Goody and stayed with the family business as an odd job man all his working life. With so many horses, there was always plenty of manure to be spread around the kitchen garden to enrich the soil and produce super vegetables. Grandmother seldom went out, as most of the provisions were ordered and delivered to the house regularly. But she seemed to have a full and happy life with her cooking, jam making, sewing, and general supervising. In the evening, she would sometimes play the piano in the drawing room and sing one of the current popular songs, her favourite being The Student Prince. The flowers she liked best were lily of the valley, and there was an enormous bed of these in a shady corner of the garden, drenching the air with their special fragrance. I often used to go round for tea with Granny and was very fond of her. As a special privilege, I would sometimes be allowed to go upstairs with her after dinner and stay while she changed for the afternoon. I can still picture her applying Pond's vanishing cream and a lotion, sweetly scented, named Larola, to her face and neck, as she took a great pride in her complexion and general appearance. She was, in fact, almost the first lady in Wallington to have her hair cut, tinted, and permanently waved, a great revolutionary step at that time. She was also very fond of jewellery and made a great fuss of her dog, a Pomeranian named Doody, which was always given a saucer of tea when we sat at the table for a meal. So that's the next little bit of that story. It's a real story, and I'm really interested in the past life of people. So I hope you enjoyed that. Okay, let's go on to this. Here's a good question, since Jimmy's in the house. If you were in a music band, which Jimmy is, if you were in a music band, what would you name it? What would you name it? Depends what sort of band. Let me think. If you was in a music band, what sort of music would I play anyway? Let's say a pop band. Let's go there. I'd be like, if anyone knows Steps, I would have been in that sort of band. If you don't know Steps, then look up Steps. Steps. I'd be in a band like Steps. So what would I call my group? Well, if you don't know, they're kind of dance as they sing, that kind of band, like a pop band. But Steps, very good. Go and look at Steps. What would I call it? It would have a fun name, because that would get across what it is. What's kind of another word for dance? They're sort of a group that would do like choreography dance, so you could copy it, that sort of thing. I don't know. I would have to call it something meaning dance. Meaning join in and dance. Oh, wonder if you could do like letters. Gian, and then that would be join in and dance. Gian, that's good. Let me see. Join in and... Oh no, Jihad. Oh, I don't think you could have that. Let's try something else. Oh, that's good. I was going to do dance along with us. Dance along. Because then it would be Dawn, dance along. What could I have? Look, it'd be like Dawn. I think there was a group called Dawn. What could I have? Dance. What could I have? I'd just call it Dawn. That's boring. Shirley saying the Beats. That's pretty cool. The Beats. I like that. Forgotten what Jimmy's band's called. What's Jimmy's band called? The Beats is good, Shirley. I like that. Yeah. What else? Want something like jolly. Jolly, like funky times. What about that then? Funky times. I don't know. Funky tunes. I don't know. Funky time. Something fun. Something fun for sure. That's definitely what I'd go with. Okay, let's go on to this. Okay, so this was a game I started on Wednesday, and I'm going to do the same one that I did on Wednesday, just so you get the hang of it. So if you missed my main channel lives, then you'll understand it when we play in the future. So this is my new game that I call You and Who. That's what I call it. So I'll give you the example that you can play today, and then I'll do different themes each time. So first of all, you have to, the theme today is Disney characters. And as I said on Wednesday, it doesn't matter if they're Warner Brothers or you get mixed up, or DreamWorks or any of those companies, but those kind of animated type films. So that's the theme of You and Who today. And the first thing you have to do is, if you were a Disney character, who most represents you? So not which one would you like to be, but which person in, say, Disney or similar do you think is most like you? So I put Woody from Toy Story, and I explained Woody from Toy Story is most like me because I'm a good friend, I'm reliable, I can be fun, but I can be serious when it counts. I'll do what I can for everybody, and I just want everyone, I want fair play, and I want everyone to have a good time. So that is why I said I am most like Woody. Who would you say you are most like of any Disney or similar type character? And if you're watching this back later, then do put your answers in the comments below under the video. I find this quite interesting. Then when you've figured out who you'd like to be, well, not who you'd like to be, who is most like you, keeping with the theme of the day is Disney characters, you also have to come up with some other people. Oh, Shirley's saying Winnie the Pooh. Oh, bless you. Oh, yes, because you're adorable, Shirley. You're cuddly and adorable, and you try to do what you want to do. Oh, oh, Shirley said, I love honey and showing the world that life is real. Oh, bless you. What a lovely thing. Okay, then you have to come up with Disney or similar characters. You need to say, now it doesn't matter if they're animals, it doesn't have to be people. And it doesn't matter if you choose a person character, their ages, it doesn't have to relate. But you have to choose a dad, a Disney or similar character who would be your dad? So someone from those type of films, who would you have as your dad? And I said Baloo from the Jungle Book. Yes. And I justified that as saying, well, he's fun. He let Mowgli try things and figure things out, but he was right there for him. He taught him things he needed to know. And again, he was fun, but he was always there for Mowgli. So I think Baloo would be an awesome dad. And he sung to Mowgli, and my dad used to sing to me when I was little. Shirley saying the Warthog in Lion King. That's cool. He would be fun. Oh, I love that. That's brilliant. And then you have to say who would be your mum. Now, it can be for a completely different film. So your mum. And for my mum, I chose, I think her name's Mrs. Potts, and she's the teapot in Beauty and the Beast. And I just thought she was quite mumsy, and he would be a great dad, Shirley. He certainly would. That's a brilliant one to go with. I just think Mrs. Potts, she was just mumsy. She's probably always got cake going with the tea. That's cute. Yeah, so I just said Mrs. Potts. She just seemed mumsy, didn't she? She obviously likes the kitchen. She was. Who you picking for your mum? I know it's hard spur of the moment to think of everyone, but yeah, so I chose her. And then when you've done that, you have to pick a brother. You can only have one brother. Who would you pick as a brother, and why? Obviously, why? I picked a minion. I just wanted a crazy, fun brother. I don't care which one. I would have just picked one of the minions. They were always into fun and doing things. They looked like they could fix things and help, but they were most definitely fun, and they did their singing. So for my brother, I'm picking a minion, and I couldn't think what film the minions are from. Despicable Me. That's it. I couldn't think of it the other day. Despicable Me. So I picked from that a minion. I thought that would make a great brother, wouldn't it? Definitely a minion. And then when you've done that or thought about that, then think about a sister. You can only have one sister. Who would you pick as a sister? And I picked Belle from Beauty and the Beast. I just thought she's quite sisterly. She probably would read you a story when you were younger. She probably knew how to dress and do your makeup, and just like a big sister. And yeah, I just picked Belle from Beauty and the Beast. Then when you've done that, as I say, if you think of someone later on, you can always put in the comment under the video, a grandpa. Who would you pick for a grandpa? And for my grandpa, I picked, that was quite hard to think of one, but I can't remember his name. Is it Giuseppe or Giuseppo, the puppet maker from Pinocchio? He looks very grandpa-like, I would say. He could make toys. He seemed a very kind man, and that's why I picked him. So the toy maker, or the puppet maker from Pinocchio, I think it's Giuseppe or Giuseppe, something like that. And he was very caring and very kind. He's got tools. He could teach you how to make things. So I picked him. And then when you've done that, you have to think of a grandma or grandmother. And I think I got a good one. I think I picked a really good one. I picked the fairy godmother from Cinderella. Isn't she a perfect grandma? She can fix things. You go to her for help, she fixes it, and she makes fun and things. Shirley saying my mum would be herself. She was always a character. That's a clever answer. Oh, bless. Oh, bless you. Then you have to pick a pet. A pet. So I picked Gromit from Wallace and Gromit. If you don't know Wallace and Gromit, do look them up. I think they're great. Some of the films are better than others. A Close Shave is probably a good film to start with from them because, as I say, some are better than others. A Close Shave, Wallace and Gromit film. He's a dog, if you don't know, and he was quite ingenious. He was very ingenious and he put things right and very loyal. So I picked him. Great pick, says Shirley. Took me a while to think about them. Shirley saying my pet monster. Right, that's cool. And then you have to pick friends. Now you can only pick from one film, like a group. And I picked from one of the Shrek films. I think it's Shrek 2 or 3, maybe Shrek 3. And they have to go and look for a prince. And they go to a school, which is Camelot, but it's the school. And they have all the teenagers are like knights and princesses and all that are at the school. And it was very well done. The princesses were very typical American teenage types from teenage films. And they were like, yeah, totes and for totally and all that kind of teenage film speak from America. And I would just pick that group of girls because I just thought they were quite fun. So I would pick the girl princesses from the film there. And then you have to pick where you would live. So it has to be from a Disney or similar type film, the location or even a house where you would live. Hey, Peter Dale's here. Hello, Dawn. Long time no see. What's been happening? We're playing a crazy game, Peter. So, guys, go and check out Peter Dale's channel. So Peter's got some very awesome stuff on his channel. If you like, look at different countries and scenery and places, Peter's channel is one to check out. We're saying, Peter, if you had to live somewhere from a Disney or similar type film, what place would you choose? Oh, Shirley's got a great one, Under the Sea. That's a great one, Shirley. That would be amazing. I picked Madagascar from the film Madagascar. Peter saying, haven't been on YouTube much. I have different interests these days. Good for you, Peter. Social media is one thing, but life is actually something else. I only come on my laptop Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So if anyone's got weekend lives, you don't see me. Monday, Wednesday and Friday. They're the days I also have my lives, catch up with YouTube, all my messages, whatever else. And then the rest of the days, I do not even turn on my laptop unless I have to do something for some reason, which is very rare. So Monday, Wednesday and Friday are the only days I go on my laptop. And once I'm done with my lives, that's the end of it. So that's it. I do stay away from it. Yes. Okay, and the final bit of this game is from Disney or similar type films. What vehicle would you have? I found this quite hard to think of any vehicles. So what vehicle would you have from any Disney or similar type films? What would you have? I found this very hard. In the end, just because I couldn't think of anything really cool, I went for, in Toy Story, I'm pretty sure they had the Barbie car at one point. Not that I like the Barbie car, but I just picked the Barbie car. And I really couldn't think of anything else that would be awesome. So I did think the other day of Cinderella's coach. I don't think I would have picked that though, particularly. I just found it hard to think of vehicles in Disney or other films. Were there not many vehicles? Disney Vespa. Cool. Disney Vespa. I just couldn't think of any vehicles in Disney films. There must be a boat in one. Isn't it funny how you just suddenly go blank and can't think of any films? There's got to be some awesome vehicles. Maybe Despicable Me. There was some. I think the boy, the naughty boy character, the like evil boy. I think he had some sort of sky type vehicles. How about is the movie called Up, where the old man lives in the house, so he attaches balloons on the house and makes it fly? How about that your house could actually move? That might be a better one. Would that count as a vehicle? Because it moved, it transported. I think that would be a good one. Oh dear. So that is my new game. I'm going to change the theme each time, but it's always going to be you and who is the game, but I will pick different themes each time. So this time was Disney or similar. So you kind of know the format. You're always going to choose the same things, like which character is most like you and why, and choose a mum, a dad, a brother, a sister, a pet, where you'd live, a grandma, grandpa, those kind of things. So you can start thinking if you like, and I will be picking different themes. And then maybe one time I'll ask you for a theme when I've run out of theme ideas. So if you've got themes in your head, just you make notes of all those things, and then if we get to that, you'll have your answers. I've written mine down so I could share. I have done the next one, and as I say, I've been playing this. I just started it on my channel, my other channel, and I just started it on Wednesday, so that's a bit of fun. Okay, let's go on to this. This is my promo for the month. This month, we nearly finished this month. Yes, which is good because I'm going to have to make another one. And Two Doves, Bees and Gardens was talking about if I can help them with Canva. So I said I'd make a video on how to use Canva. So maybe I could make the new one up and film it. That might be a good idea. So my promo this month is asking you to look at a playlist on my other channel, and this is the playlist for you to look at. Oh, look, it's fossil. It's a fossil. It's a fossil. Yeah, there's fossil. Yeah, what are you saying to them? Yeah. Great idea for a video. How to use Canva. Yes, that what you've just seen is all Canva, apart from obviously my own pictures I've put into it, but all made with Canva, apart from the music. There are some music pieces free to use. I don't pay for anything. Some free to use music in Canva, but maybe 6 pieces, something like that. So what I do is when I've made the piece, I then put it into Clipchamp, which is a similar thing. It's a Microsoft thing, and get free music there because there's tons of free music in Clipchamp. I do sometimes use Clipchamp to make the video as well, but it takes ages to load, particularly if you do things like this. This took ages to load. Let me just find it. This. So that takes ages to load because it's kind of animated and they take forever to load. Bear in mind, I've got really old equipment. Maybe it wouldn't for you. So unless I want something particular, that I've made, and I just now and then put a different ticker tape on or something under it. So I've just loaded it, saved it as is, just the paint splatters. Oh, and by the way, those of you who actually have YouTube channels, I'm posting a video on my other channel on Monday, new rules of YouTube, particularly AI. If you use AI, if you do any of these cutouts where, particularly in thumbnails, you put your head on a different body, that is now a no-no. Anything that's been messed about with, if you say something, you put your voice to somebody else, so many things. I can't tell you everything, hence why I've made a video on it, but it's basically enhancing or changing or showing something that people might believe, such as you've changed yourself, and then doing a beauty product and saying, look, it gets rid of wrinkles, but you've already had Botox or something anyway. Any enhancements or changes or making something look like something that it isn't. That's the biggest summary I can do. And I've done a video on it about the new rules and more information of what that thing is. Misleading in many ways, but not only that, not only misleading, some things like using AI, many things, lots of different things. So on my other channel on Monday, I will be posting that video which explains it in far more detail with examples as well. So do look that. I know there's lots of channels that do this just for fun, cutting out people's heads and sticking them on other bodies. You can't do that anymore. So lots of things. Peter saying, Kitty. Kitty, very creative. I love making them. I wish I had more free time. I would love to make, I want to learn more about doing animation, but I just don't have the time for that. So I'm quite happy doing my little Canva things, which is why on my lives, I do these little intros to each segment. I just like making them. Peter saying, yes, indeed, the new YouTube thing in the video about AI, you have to say yes or no. Yes. What happens if we don't say yes or no? You have to do yes or no for it to post. It's part of, as you do all the things you have to do, like add a title and all that, it marks off across the top. If you don't, it doesn't post your video. And if you say yes, it then expands into more questions. If you say no and you're wrong, they can take your channel down. I think it depends how bad it is, whether you tried to make something look deliberate or not, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's coming up on Monday. 4 examples of that and what it's all about a little bit more. Okay, I've done over an hour, which I don't do on Fridays, but I had a lot to share with you today. So I'm going to finish there today. I have so much I need to go and do. I'll just tell you, it is 3:04 in the afternoon, obviously not early hours of the morning. It's just after 3 o'clock here. Peter must be close to going to bed. Must be early hours of the morning there. Am I right in that? And Shirley is starting her day, and the astute tourist is out and about now. So I know this one doesn't link up with many people the time of this live. I do this channel completely different times to my other channels' lives, in the hope that those who kept saying I'd love to watch it but it's the wrong time, it gave different options of time. But of course you can all watch it back later. So I'm going to finish there today. Peter said, I said no to all. My videos haven't been changed. They are as I filmed. Yeah, just say no and it's fine. They should be fine. But I don't think it's, it is active now, but they haven't really spread the word yet. So I think they're giving a little bit of time over. I just know one of my friends is doing all AI now, like for fun. I think as long as you put on the top, and when people do sponsorships, it has to be along the top when you first press play of video. It's a black bar and it says sponsorship or whatever. It's going to come up there if anything's been changed in a video. That's where it's going to be seen. Okie doke. So as I say, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it when there's so many channels out there and you choose to give a moment for my channel. That is absolutely amazing and awesome. I can't get over that. I never can. So thank you for watching, and I will be back live on Monday on my other channel, a different time. So do check it out, check the thumbnail, and that will convert to your time. So until then, as I say, thanks for being here. Hope you have an amazing day, you too, my friend. And I will see you next time. Bye for now.